Alright. So let's see if I can get this going here. Yep. Okay. So this is Darrington. This is Orbx Darrington. And it's Sunday morning here in Darrington. And let's just zoom over here a little bit. I intended to start up here on the ramp, but for whatever reason it kept putting me on the runway. So I could go back over there. But let's just crawl over here, we'll take a look. And I was tempted to try the G36 instead of the Cessna 172, but you know, when you're wanting to look at scenery, you know, nothing beats a high wing. Gotta remember I can't use that. So that's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna close that so I can look around. Go up a little bit more. Come over here. This covers more than just the airport, which is okay. Let's see. So let's go over here. It's a small airport. Air runway's around 3,000 feet or so. I don't know why this is flashing in and out. Buildings look excellent, of course. This traffic is just ridiculous. You know, that's just... That obviously takes away from the immersion. No doubt. All you can do is look away from it. You got cars going in and out of each other. I do not know what's going on there. I would hope that Orbx would address that. Don't know if they will, but that's that. Is there anything to see over here? Oh, there's that little shack down there. That looks like a storage facility of some kind. Right here. Let's go over here. It's not take forever to move. There we go. So that looks nice, obviously. And that's the mountain. I'm taking off away from the mountain. I don't know why it set me up that way, but we'll circle back around so we can see it. But you know, you take off straight into that mountain. See? So you better be ready to make a right turn. So I guess you would make a right turn, and yeah, most little airplanes you'd make that. This is honestly, you know, I mean, I've had Darrington on my mind for a long time. This was one of those really nice airports. It's one of the first ones that Orbx did, and I always looked at these mountains, you know, and prepared and thought, you know, they look real, but you know, and I assume that the shape is right, but then, you know, what do they actually look like? And now I can actually see it. So that's the reason I wanted to get it. I wanted to sort of just get a idea of what they look like. So we just have to live with those cars doing crazy stuff for right now. I'd rather see those roads just gone if that's what they're gonna do, right? Okay, let's go forward. And the town, I believe, is mostly modeled by Orbx. So there it is. And I don't know if they did the building or if they did the ortho or the ortho. My suspicion is they just did the building. I hope so. But it looks pretty nice, right? At least the cars there are behaving. So we're gonna have to fly over this, even though we're over it in a hot air balloon or a drone or something. And there's some sort of a mine or something. Yeah, that looks all right, I guess. At least you know it's there. And then there's the river. I like rivers. And that looks, of course, incredibly good. Tell I don't have a Xbox controller. I mean, seriously. You can hear it too, right? Oops. Not perfect, but nice. Wow. Don't look too close. I mean, as good as that is, you can find flaws if you let your eyes linger too long. And that's decent. Interesting logging operation. So we'll take off. You go around this valley, and the I believe it's the town of Concrete. I'm sure Orbx will be doing that one too. That's also a nice one. You know, and I do think that these sceneries look far better on at FlightSim 2020 than they did on Prepared. And I just think that, you know, it just looks like that looks, you know, well, maybe this area right here is a little bit, you know, meshy, if you know what I mean by that. But this over here, just putting your eyes right there, that looks really incredibly good. And that looks like land that is sloughing off on its way to becoming colluvium. So there's the airport right there. And from this distance, the traffic doesn't look that bad. It's just when it gets close, it gets kind of weird. So let's go up a little bit more. There it is. It cost me $8. You know, I had it before. And glad to see I have it again. God, that looks... Could you just imagine being up here at, say, 1,000 feet, just in a balloon or something, and just looking down and seeing that? Everything's so pretty. Cessna blocking the runway for no apparent reason that you can think of. So we'll take off. I'll make a left turn, come around here, go over the top of this, and past the valley, past the river. You know, this I figured a Cessna would be the, you know, any decent 4-seat airplane, even a 6-seat airplane, should be able to get off this runway. If you load up a TBM lightly, you should be able to get off this runway, and I'm sure I will do that at some point. I'm not sure about that. Well, the 208, yeah, just keep it light, and it would make it, you know. 3,000 feet is not that, it doesn't give you much room for error, and you have to look at the trees at the end, obviously. So it'll be cool to come in and land here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off, circle around, go down this valley, and then I'm going to, I think I'll have to check to make sure I've still got the VOR in, but we'll navigate to a VOR and then turn south and head to Tacoma Narrows, and that'll take us by Seattle. So I'll get a good look at Seattle too. If you haven't seen it enough already, you'll see it again. And that's Orbx as well. This airport, these airports, Concrete, which they don't have available, and Darrington, I like a lot. At some point, I might get what's the Orca Island, and there's a few other islands out there. But really, I want to focus on the southeast, so I'm looking forward to seeing new airports come up in the southeast because there's a lot of opportunity there, tons and tons of opportunity, you know. And now that they've got all this ortho done and they've got uh, you know, so many things to play with, I'd love to see them finally do Arcata, though I don't know if they ever will. Somebody will. Arcata, California, which I should fly into, but I'm not going to do it today. The other thing I was thinking about is I did a flight once in the, I think it was the TBM. I flew down the coast. I took off from, oh, some airport. I think it was KPDX. I flew along the river and then down the coast all the way down, I think to Arcata, and landed. And you know, that was a nice flight. I had to keep it around 5,000, 6,000 feet, right around there, with zoom level 16 scenery. But now that I've got FS2020, I may do that flight again. I have to do it in a fairly speedy airplane like TBM, but I may fly down lower. You know, you guys can compare if you can find the other video. Okay. So, I have to say, I wish and I hope, and I suspect that at some point we'll have this, but I hope that we get controls similar to what we had in Prepared and X-Plane, where you can just change your cameras with a switch. And I hope they have a hot fix coming out for the camera, because it's broken. You cannot really assign views anymore. These are my default views. Thank God they work, but I can't change it. So all I can do is every time I change, I just have to do that again. So yeah, I don't have very much. I don't have very much time in Cessna 172s, but that's okay. 152s mostly. Let's see, does this work? Yeah, it does. No, I need to make a change there because that's taking a long time. I can do it. Alright, real quick, what's the altimeter around here? At Whidbey, it is where are you? 3014. Go the other way. All right. Alright, so climb up to about 700 feet, and then we'll start a left turn. Well, up to around 1,000. Where are we? No, we'll go up to 1,500 feet. Alright. Flight plan is in, you can see it. But 117.4. CDI, VLOC. 117.4 is set. Course should be set to, I don't really care what it's set to, but about 250. That doesn't work. That's a ballpark. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay. Alright. Brake brake set. Park and brake off. Frustration. Lights are on. Pitot heat is on. Sightseeing flaps. Very nice. That's about what it should look like. Very well done, for the most part. Apart from those vehicles, they'll go out a little bit wide so we can look down at the airport. Feeling that air move. I did change the weather. We wouldn't be able to see anything right now if I didn't. Climb up to 2,500 and just head down the valley. So yeah, these little, see, my theory is that the little airports are going to be more popular here. Maybe not that small, because really you need airports that you can land, that you can fly a turboprop in and out of, if you want to have a larger customer base. Regionals, I think Orbx was on to it with Bob Hope Airport in Santa Barbara. All right, let's power back to about 23, thereabouts. And I'm on. So this would give you, to me, this is a better sense for what it looks like. Okay, so let's get this airplane to settle down here a little bit. So, you know, I haven't had the problems a lot of people have had with the installation and with, you know, things not looking so great. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about it well, some people at least talking about it in the forums. For VFR, this sim is just amazing. IFR needs some work. My VOR is set. I had a problem the other day. I hope it not repeat. Oh, it's 117.2. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's swap that back. Swap. There we go. There we go. We're just gonna let it drift. I'll just adjust the OBS. A little bit too granular there. I think Microsoft has done a pretty decent job on hillsides in a lot of places, particularly in Greece. At Skiathos, I think it is. It's made them not look so stretchy. You know what I mean? You know, and the thing about, you know, different people are going to have different opinions about airplanes, but, you know, essentially an airplane is a way to get up in the sky. Whether it's a Cessna 172, 152, a Boeing 737, whatever it is, it's a way to get up in the sky. Some people are traveling, some people are just sightseeing. And to me, it really doesn't awfully matter that much what airplane it is. I do like flying turboprops, no doubt I do. But when I'm up just to see the world like this, you know, it's just as pretty in a Cessna as it is in a TBM, and you can enjoy it a little longer because it's not moving by so fast. I'd like to see more variety in the colors of the trees. We're all going to have something to be picky about, right? I remember flying this at least a few times, just looking down and wondering what this was all about. Can't really, you know, you couldn't really make it out that well with P3D. Now, you know, you can see what's going on. You can see the blemishes in the ground. See the homes, the roads. The creek. And this, you know, this a lot of memories here with P3D. But you know, it's just more clear. Rather than getting a generic rock over here, you see a real surface. And I've done quite a few flights over here. This isn't really my favorite area to fly around, but you know, this was the best area to fly around for a long time. Look at the creek, it's gorgeous. So I did a lot of flying here just like everybody else. Let's see. It says I've got 33 miles. I've got no DME. Right? No DME. But I've got this distance here. That works. I'd like to have a DME in this airplane. So I took a Piper, which is similar in speed to this airplane, a Warrior, I think it was an Archer actually, and flew from New Jersey all the way to St. Louis. Actually, not quite to St. Louis, about 30 miles outside. You can imagine how long that took. I mean, see now, so it looks like we're crawling. We're doing that says what my speed is. Ground speed is 105. I was higher, so I was doing maybe 112, 113. It was kind of hazy, noisy. Kind of cramped in, more so in that plane than you are in a Cessna. But I did it 2 legs, 4 hours each, roughly. Wow, that looks really good down there. That looks really just good. You know, the haze. I hope they fix that bug. I am seeing a little bit of vertical air movement. I hope that's a good sign. I hope that's a sign that they're working on that better. I saw someone report a bug that the wind bug is fixed, but only in your first flight, which implies that if you take a second flight, that you have to exit the sim and go back in. I'm not sure that's true because I restarted this flight without restarting the sim, and air's moving, so even though I don't really have a sense for where it's going or how fast. Wow, that looks good. Just really good. Right about there should get us 24 miles. And then we'll turn south. Once we get to the VOR, we'll turn south. We want a course of about 170, I think. It's a real luxury having a alt hold in an airplane like this. Usually you get the heading and the course, but not the alt. And then I'm going to take care of some stuff, and then I may go on VATSIM. I'm going to fly back from the Bahamas. They're having an event at 5 o'clock. So, what is that island over here? It's and a Cortez. It's around here somewhere. And there's an airport around here. Must be further north. So I'm going to be flying into Whidbey Island airspace here in just a sec, and then we're going to stay below Seattle airspace. Let's see, and I want it's a VOR. McCord 109.6. Miles. Oh, there's the airport right there. And let's see, we want to pick up, what did I say, really, we could pick up 160 would be great. So really, we don't have to fly that close to the airport. We'll just fly a general heading. How about 210? But let me put this on 160. And then we'll turn left heading 210. We'll just stay away from the airport. Not working on that view. Isn't that weird? My son came down and I muted it. I forgot. He wanted to let me know he was going to get a breakfast sandwich. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you for letting me know. So, where's that blasted city? There's the airport. I always get turned around in this area. I'm gonna turn south here in just a bit. Yeah, it's a little light on the end of my microphone, but it's very dim. If I hold it up, I can see it just out of the corner of my eye. So I've got 3 Orbx airports now. I've got Tacoma and Arrows. I've got Darrington, and then Santa Barbara. I haven't bought Bob Hope yet. If I have a reason to, I will romp on that sucker in a heartbeat. Once I get a decent IFR jet, then it'll be wham. It'll be me buying that. I bet you if I click direct, it's just gonna, yep, it's just gonna make fun of me. If I click flight plan, and then, see, it's already set the KTIW. No, clear. Oh, what was that? It wiped out my flight plan. Direct, no. Clear. Flight plan. Direct. These things are frustrating. They need to get somebody on this that knows this system. Or I guess they'll have to go the same route that other sims have gone, which is yeah, I said activate. See that? Look at me clicking activate. Alright, so let's CDI enter. Alright, let's try this. Oh man, they need to get somebody that knows this system. Now what happens if I click direct? Okay, good. Alright, so there's the city. That looks like Seattle, doesn't it? We were going to go right past it and never see it. Isn't that something? These incredible systems, yeah. No. Someday. You know, like I said, as long as they're coming, I'm okay. As long as they're coming. um, you know, it's a good time to brush up on your non GPS navigation, on your traditional VOR, NDBs if you find them, navigation. Even though the government is actively, you know, up here in the U.S., they're getting rid of VORs. They're decommissioning them slowly but surely. So yeah, I used to fly from Seattle all the time when I was doing performance testing on my system. Always load up Seattle and do a flight. Load it up again, do another flight. Keep tuning and adjusting. I did it for hours. Look at that down there. I mean, I knew this area so well because I'd flown it so many times. Even though I never knew that this was for ocean liners right here, because I'd never seen one there before. Downtown. Where's the needle? There it is. Wow. You know, there are a lot of people that, yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, I mean, if it's HTML based, and I had tons and tons of time on my hands, I could do that for them. I'm almost certain it is photorealistic. I mean, look at that CenturyLink. Florida has more photoreal cities by far than any other state. It has more than most countries have. Look at the trains. Yeah, I need to do some flying over Seattle. Like I said, if somebody took the time, if they could figure out how to do it, if they developed churches for FS2020, you know, that would just be beautiful. All, you know, churches, mosques, all that stuff. I know why this airport is there, but I don't know why this airport is there. Why did they pick that spot for this airport? You got that one right there. Look at that. I'm surprised this air is this bumpy this early in the morning. Well, I could load up, I believe Orlando is photoreal. I'll load it up after this. We'll take off from KORL. Just, I believe they've got both Universal Studios and Disney World modeled. They did a lot of amusement parks, a lot of them. Somebody did a whole video on them. When I was in aviation, they didn't leave these on all the time. I don't know if they do now or if this is just a flight sim thing where they have these on all the time. I mean, part of me says that, I mean, they've got something called lead-in lights, which is different than strobes. Maybe that's what those are. Strobes are super bright. Oh, really? You can see the Epcot ball. It's a cool place. I loved Epcot. I just loved it. I mean, I liked both, right? But Epcot was just, wow. And this is one of their better done airports, I think. I think other people have done it better. Like I said, until they get these navigation problems sorted out, I don't really see why people would want to fly. Maybe they'd buy the airport just to fly something in there, but flying airliners, look at that. Flying airliners in this sim is iffy. Flying GA is great. I love this tower. I flew past it so many times. Took off on this runway. It's preset. Go back. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Just tuning, adjusting. That's well done. I couldn't imagine really forking out any more money. That looks pretty good to me. But people will. Let's see if we got the lead-in lights on this direction too. That shouldn't be right. So let's go up here and let's find Tacoma real quick and see if it'll let me do this. Direct enter. Oh, did it again. Strangle somebody here. And now. Nav. Is that nav? That's nav. And I am on GPS, so yeah. And it says 13 miles. Wide angle there. But see, in the real world, flying over even this much water makes you nervous. Makes me nervous. Oh, well, I mean, you got this land over here, but that's all trees. You're kind of half in the back of your head going, I could land there, I could land there, I could land there. You're kind of picking those spots out. I'll go down to 1500. And I could fly this thing. They fixed this. I'd fly this airplane. Tacoma Narrows is, where is Tacoma Narrows? There it is. .294 feet. So yeah, 1500 feet works. Seven and a half miles straight ahead. Oh, there's the bridge. The bridge is. There's two bridges. And runways. Oof. 17 and 35, and the wind is, well, of course I changed my wind, so I don't know what the wind is. I'll just assume it's good. Let's see, we are heading this way, so the runway's going to be pointing in this direction here. Maybe we'll land 3-5. That way we can see the airport. I do have something I gotta do. We'll do a quick flight around Orlando, and then I gotta take care of some stuff. And might take some time off this week, do some flying. See, I wish that they could find a way, you know, to make this, you know, maybe if you get a, you know, RTX 3080, that this would populate sooner. But, you know, is what it is. So there's the airport right there. Those two bridges. We'll get a good look before we land. Yeah, they need to finish fixing this autopilot, which is close. But if they're going to have the barometer on here, they need to have it be both HPA and inches of mercury. So that's close. pretty nice. Alright, so I've told it 1500. Here, let's go over the bridges, shall we? I don't like the fisheye look. I gotta fix these views. So I need to get down to about 1400. We'll go over the top and come in for 3.5. Respectable. I like the way the air's moving. I like left traffic in the sim. Don't mind right traffic. It's not a sim, but with the sim, I want left traffic. Alright, so yeah, our speed is good. Last. I gotta fix these views. Nope. Flaps. Okay, not bad. Alright, gosh, we look low. Little low or something. I'm gonna delay my descent. Oh my gosh. Flaps down, I didn't hear it. Yep, they're down. I'd also like them to make these runway textures appear sooner. I can see those buildings really well, but this runway is messed up. cursors? Okay. Oh. Little aviation joke. Okay, so there's a taxiway sign. But I didn't see any taxiway. Flaps up, pitot heat off, landing light off, taxi light on. So, if you landed at Tacoma Narrows, it would look very much like this. Pavement looks incredibly real. Look at that. Yeah. It looks really good. This looks better than it looked in X-Plane. I mean, and that's not because I think it's better in X-Plane. I think it's just it looks better. And it looks better in X-Plane than it does in Prepared. That texture there. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to go up to the FBO. I want to see what it looks like. Base operations or whatever you want to call it. Nice looking airplanes out here. TBM. Oh look, a livery. Definitely worth the $7, I'll say that. I'd love to see some of these in Florida. See, instead of spending time working on the surroundings as much, they don't have to work on it as hard as they used to. They could make clear windows with people inside. I'll just taxi forward here a little bit. Wouldn't it be great to see a marshaller, right? You know, see him waving his hand for you to give you instructions on where to go. I like this airport. Well done. Completely, well, here, there's a parking place right there, Greg. Come on, let's be nice. That sounds like a Cessna, all squeaky. It's like a Volkswagen. I always think of, whenever I think of a Cessna 172, I think of a Volkswagen. Alright, avionics is off. Mixture full back. And key off, and it didn't work. Gotta finish mapping my switches. Now I just need to open the door. It's stuck! It's stuck! Alright, Orlando. Well, wait a second. Let's take a quick look. Showcase. Pretty. Of course, we just saw this, but now we get a better look. Take a look at the backside. Okay, enough of that. Well done. Well done. Good mixed, well, not a mixed use airport, but certainly a nice, almost regional. It just looks really good. All right, where did we say? Orlando. So this will be interesting because, you know, Orlando Airport, not the international, is a nice airport. It's a good GA airport. Let's see what it looks like in this. "28 years ago, Flight Sim came out. Okay. KORL. I think we want to park here. Well, no, let's just park here. Runways 37020. Oof. How about that? All right, and I'm going to click fly, and then we're going to try to figure out how to turn on those little markers that show you where stuff is. Took my son down to Florida, and we didn't go to Universal or Epcot. We drove into the Epcot place, but after spending a week at the beach fishing, we had no money left to allocate for going inside, and I really wanted to take him in there. Stall speed of a 172S is 40 knots indicated.
Executive Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra at runway 31 ready for takeoff, straight on departure.
Kind of crappy weather.
X-Ray Golf Sierra, did you hear my last transmission?
That's what we want to see in Florida. So let's look here real quick. Go up. Yeah.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, please acknowledge.
No! Those are supposed to be trees, I guess. Yeesh. Yeesh. Oh, and the road. Yeah, must have been a bad hurricane came through here.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, acknowledge last transmission.
You know, but the airport, I mean, in general, it looks pretty good.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra ATC service is terminated.
Oh, darn. Wow. Okay, so this is an airport I can fly into and not feel weird because it looks ugly. Alright, so let's shut that off, and then let's go here, and Let's see, what's assistance? Navigation aids. Fauna markers, city marker, point of interest markers. We'll turn those on. Let's go back. Apply. Resume. Alright. I don't know what the wind is now because I just changed the weather. I don't know what that changes. It says the altimeter is 29906. And at this airport, elevation. I thought that was there. Executive is 113 feet, so we're right about right, whatever it is. Wish you could push that and set it. Okay. And really, this needs to have gyro drift. There's no drift lock on this thing. And does that even work? Yeah, it does work. So that's good. Let's see, 320. Yeah. Well. Yeah, that's about right. Here we go. Almost killed my engine. Pitot heat. Let's see. So lights, icing, flaps are 10 degrees. Transponder is on L. We are good to go. We're almost good to go. I know it set the parking brake on me. Yes, it did. Can't resist doing that to me. Downtown. I'm 99% certain, no, well, 95% certain that this is photoreal. Been through Orlando. I don't think I've ever stopped in it. Well, other than when I went to Walt Disney World did I ever stop. And honestly, Walt Disney World's south of here, so I didn't even stop then. And if I can find the highway, looks like the highway there. I can find Universal Studios. Which highway, though? Honestly, that seems small, but it's not. You know, I've been through there. It's not a small city. I would have thought that by now I would have seen a point of interest. But we'll fly around here a little bit and see if we can find it. Yeah, it is photoreal, yeah. I think Tallahassee is photoreal too. Tampa's photoreal, Miami, I don't know what other cities, probably Palm Beach. I would have thought it would have been this highway. This highway seems to be heading in a westerly direction, which would make me think it's this highway, because we came in from Tampa. And we drove right past it. Yeah, it is big. I just don't remember how close Universal Studios is. Just looking on the map. I may have to refer to maps because I'm not seeing any point of interest markers at all. So we're still heading 240, which has the right feel to it. At 8 miles from the airport is Disney World.
Executive Tower, generic November 124 Kilo Golf and runway tree 1 ready for takeoff. IFR to Tallahassee. Generic November 124 Kilo Golf cleared for takeoff. Runway tree 1. Cleared for takeoff. Runway tree 1. Generic November 124 Kilo Golf. Executive
Tower, generic November 1060 Romeo, ready for IFR departure runway 31.
Generic November 1060 Romeo, hold short runway 31. Traffic is generic on the runway.
Really?
Hold short runway 31, generic 60 Romeo.
Yeah. Problem is I don't have any DME in this
Generic
thing.
November 1060 Romeo, taxi into position and hold.
So the only thing I can do is do a direct to and KORL.
Position and hold, generic 60 Romeo.
I'll go up here. We'll see what happens right there. I'll go up there and then I'll cut over this way. But we're in the right vicinity right here.
Generic 4 Kilo Golf, contact Orlando departure on 135 decimal tree. Going to 135 decimal tree, generic 4 Kilo Golf.
See, I would have thought that we would have gotten some point of interest
Generic
marks.
November 1060 Sierra Romeo, cleared for takeoff runway tree 1.
Wait, is that it? What is that?
Cleared for takeoff runway 31, generic November 1060 Romeo.
Okay. I think that's it. That would be Epcot.
Executive Tower, generic November 642 Whiskey, ready to go runway 31 IFR to Raleigh.
Generic November 642 Whiskey, taxi into position and hold.
I'm almost certain that's it.
Position and hold, generic 2 Whiskey.
Generic 6 Sierra Romeo, contact Orlando departure on 119 decimal 775.
Just keep in mind we've just violated some TFR by flying over here at 1,500 feet.
Going to 119 decimal 775, generic 60 Romeo.
That's it.
Generic November 642 Whiskey, cleared for takeoff runway tree 1.
Yep.
Cleared for takeoff runway 31, generic November 642 Whiskey.
I went here with my fiance at the time. It's my ex-wife. She got the most delicious steak. I'll do a little flight here. How's that look, huh? These are all restaurants from all over the world. And right over here, that one I think, or one of these, is a French restaurant. And she got a steak to die for. And then there's a German one, and this may be
Generic
Moroccan.
Whiskey, contact Orlando departure on 119 decimal 4.
That wasn't there, I don't think. They do the fireworks out here. I don't remember these islands at all.
119 decimal 4 for generic 2 Whiskey.
And then there's an Indian one. That looks Indian right there. Chinese. incredibly well done. Really, I make a great steak, Lucas. I make a steak that I mean, people absolutely love my steak. I mean, I can't get my boys to eat anything the same, but both of them love my steak. Love my steak. Let's see if we can find the other part. I don't think it'd be across the highway, though it could be. We'll just tool around here, it'll find it. But you can share your recipe for Brazilian steak with me. Challenge accepted. Okay, alright. Challenge accepted. I'm not going to post my recipe on YouTube. I'm not going to say it's exactly secret, but I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep it special. I mean, people eat my steak and they close their eyes. It's that good. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. Just look for a big empty parking lot, and that's where it is. I'll go this way for a little bit. See where it goes. I'm trying to I know Epcot had that big lake in the middle. I think we may find it over here. Now where's the point of interest marker, right? No, I don't want that junk. It's on. Maybe I need to turn that on too. I'm gonna turn on, well, why not turn on fauna markers? I don't think there's any fauna around here, but we'll turn it on. Smart cam mode, don't know what that is. Landing path.
Star check 414 Executive Tower. Cleared visual runway tree 1 approach. Altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 and 276 at 7. Cleared visual runway tree 1 approach. Star check 414.
I make incredible curry, I make incredible soup, and I make incredible steak. You can ask anybody that knows me.
Star check 414 cleared to land runway tree 1. Wind 276 at 7. Cleared to land runway tree 1 star check 414.
A lot of hotels, that's a good sign. There it is. That's Walt Disney World Resort. Oh, that's Epcot though. Alright. And just keep going around. Only believe after trying. That's alright. I've had my doubters. And then they close their eyes when they're chewing. That's when you got them. That's when you got them good. I'll say this, it's not just steak. It is something else. Yeah, so it's showing me what we've already seen, which is Epcot. That's great. But I remember Disney World was at least 2 or 3 miles away from Epcot. Continue on the way to the resort, you will catch the other part. Okay, so I'm going to continue on the way to the other resort. I'm going to risk hitting this sign.
Start check 414 exit runway when able.
Slow us up a little bit more because I'm excited. I have to admit, I'm excited. Oh, look at the size of that parking lot. Oh my gosh. I think this is one of the hotels. Right here, right under us. Yeah, that's what these are. This may be it right here. Where's the castle, right? I gotta take my son here. I'm done. If I have to pull money out of savings to do it, I will. That looks like Mickey Mouse's hat. We gotta watch our speed. Gotta find the castle, right? .75 knots. Gosh, it's that close. Wow, that's a full parking lot. Yeah, this is the Wilderness Hotel, I think, if I recall. This is good because now I can see where all the hotels are. It costs a fortune to stay in this place. I'm going to go round and round a few times. I don't see the castle. This looks like the main entrance here, and that would mean the castle's there, but that looks like Mickey Mouse's hat. Maybe they gave up on that one. They said, I'm not doing it. Are you doing it? Head north, then you will find it. Okay, alright. But what is this then? Well, you know, that's true. I do not see, while I see a lot of amusement park-like things, and maybe that's part of Epcot. You want to go north, I gotta turn around. I didn't think it was that close. Maybe just an expansion of Epcot. good. Go north, he says. Norte. Alright. North. Went past north. Some miles north from there. Spanish, dude, Spanish. The only thing I can say in Portuguese is Portuguese. That's probably pronounced Portuguese. Oh, there's the hotel. This is the halfway point between Epcot and Disneyland, Disney World, the main park, the other park. There should be a tram that goes through here, goes right through the middle of the hotel, comes out the other side. If we follow the tram, actually, it would take us right there. You can see it here. Looks pretty weird. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your cabin street. On your left, you can see the Disney Magic Kingdom. Alright, now I'm looking. Oh, I see that. That's a good sign. Oh, there it is. Parking lot. Somebody tell me where the Star Wars thing is. There's the castle. Yeah, co-pilot. Supposed to be okay. All right. I don't know what some of this stuff is. I really don't. It's been so long since I've been here. So there's the tram. Buses. That's Main Street right there. Is the right side of the castle. Right side of the castle. I'll come back around so I can see it. Right there, maybe? You said right side. Here. Unless that's it. It's pretty though, huh? So if this is Main Street, then that would put it right there, possibly there, since that's the right side of the castle. I do want to take my son here. Okay, so this one, that. All right, so now we've seen it. I think it's time to go back and try to find Universal, whatever it is, which would be northeast. Find a highway. A couple of highways, so I'm pointed northeast. Well, it's actually probably 030 thereabouts. Yeah, that feels about right. There's the airport right there. Maybe I'll have a marker now. They need a view system, or they need to fix this one or the other. Now, is that supposed to be Orlando? That. Oh, there we go. At that. There's a church, I think. I think we'll see a roller coaster here or something. No, I've never been to Universal. I have no idea. I've been past it in the car on the highway. That's it. But it looks nice. Yep, there's the roller coaster right there. Yeah, so somebody more familiar with this park than me would looks like there's a couple of roller coasters. What's perfect? Let's see, let's go this way. Go back to the airport, land. I'm going to take a break. It's I figured something out about their view system. It's kind of messed up. They've got this one view, which is the not zoomed in view. They've got all the other views that are whatever you make them, zoomed in, zoomed out. But they've got a primary view and all these secondary views. What is it? Really? I've never seen Universal, other than on TV commercials. My mom lived here for a while. So it looks like these markers show up when you're within about 3 miles. Yeah, I did. I've been to a Hard Rock Cafe, but only one. Yeah, you're welcome, Lucas. I enjoyed it too a lot. Brought back some fond memories. As does flying one of these Cessnas. I've been flying along with approach flaps the whole time. Okay, whatever. That's alright. That actually worked out good because I could fly slower. Doesn't explain why the 208 was so slow last night. God, that thing, I mean, it took forever to climb. Yesterday morning it was. Alright, I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. Come on, get the speed down. See, my instructor would be yelling at me, pull up the nose, drop your flaps. Like this. When I was a student, I had a habit of coming in high. Like this. Up there. chassis. I think I need to turn my textures up a little bit more. See, a Cessna, a 172, you just cut the power, get over the runway, and then just float down to the runway at 60 knots. 182, you bleed off the power. They look the same, they're not. Flaps up, heat on, heat off. Let's go over here and park with the other guys. I wish they also had an option to where the rotating beacons weren't on during the day. The only time they're on during the day is when the airport's IFR. I don't think that's changed. Excuse me, thank you. Holy crap. Avionics off. Mixture cut off. The big square building on your left before final, that was Amway Center, Orlando's Magic Arena. Oh, Orlando Magic's Arena. Okay. The it's basketball, right? Tell I'm a real sports fan. Yeah, that gene skipped me. I had a couple of uncles who were famous in sports. Pretty. All right, Lucas, I'm taking a break. Gonna take a break and actually do some work. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make that event down in Bahamas. You gonna try to fly that Bahamas event? That Atlanta Bahamas thingy? Oh, you're welcome, of course. It'll be nice when you get your new PC and you can get this. I'll just be your proxy until you do. That building, I guess, is the one you're talking about. Looks like a indoor sports arena. Maybe, but no full route, only departing from... Yeah, that's what I would do. I would depart from the Bahamas and go somewhere. Who knows where. Yeah, in an equally fast airplane. You know, similar to what we flew last night. I'll have to look at the weather. Got a hankering to fly the Cheyenne. I haven't flown it in a long time, and you know, it would be cool. Even though it doesn't, but I can only fly that one if there's no bad weather around, because um, it does not handle, or it doesn't show me where it is. It doesn't have weather radar. No, it should. Maybe it'll have it once they port the thing over to FS2020. All right. Well, have a good rest of the afternoon. If I do get on, it'll probably be around 6. I don't know how long that event is, but I'll check. But yeah, I've got to get some stuff done. It's good to have you along.